Hi, my name is Todd Poore, and in this video we're going to be learning the diatonic triads in the key of C major. All diatonic means is in a given key. So we're going to be going to each note of the scale and building a triad. Now a triad is just a 3-note chord. There are 4 types of triads. We have major, minor, diminished, and augmented. So of the 4 types, the first 3 are the only ones that we're going to be seeing in this exercise, because the 4th type, augmented, does not occur naturally in a major scale. So we will be talking about how to build it, but we're not going to see it in the actual exercise. Now, part of the reason I am making this video is because my last video on the 6-2-5-1 arpeggios in the key of C, I had a few messages and comments. People were wondering, what does the 6-2-5-1 thing mean, or 2-5-1? So I'm hoping to clear up some questions on that. Now, for those of you who have had some experience with Roman numeral theory, this is still going to be a good exercise for you. I mean, really anybody that wants to master the instrument and understand music to the best ability, this would be a good exercise to practice and to attempt to play in every key. Now, really, the whole deal with the Roman numeral thing is it's a way for us to describe the function of a chord in a particular scale or key. So an easier way to think of that would be the Roman numeral just tells us what note from the scale we build the chord off of. So if you see the 2 chord, all that means is you go to the 2nd note of the scale, build a chord there. If you see the 5 chord, that just means go to the 5th note of the scale and build a chord there. The 1 chord would just be a chord built off the tonic note, the root of the scale. All right, now a little bit about how to build our triads. A triad, again, is a 3-note chord. For a triad, you need a root, a 3rd, and a 5th. All right, so for a major triad, you're going to have the root, a major 3rd, and then a minor 3rd after that. So that would give us root, 3rd, 5th. Okay, for a minor chord, you need root, minor 3rd, and then another major 3rd on top of that. That would give us root, 3rd, 5th. Okay, so the only difference between the minor and the major chord was the quality of the first 3rd there. All right, so if you want a major chord, you have to have a major 3rd. If a minor chord, minor 3rd. Otherwise, you still have root and a perfect 5th. The diminished arpeggio or chord is going to just be 2 minor 3rds in a row. So that would give you a tritone between the root and the 5th of that chord. And the augmented chord, which again we're not going to use in this exercise, but it's still going to be important to know how that one's built. That is 2 major 3rds in a row. Root, major 3rd, another major 3rd, making it an augmented 5th. So that chord has a very interesting sound, but again, we're not going to see that in this exercise necessarily. So to complete this exercise, we will need to know the C major scale that we're going to be using for this position of the guitar. Okay, so let's learn that really quick, and then we're going to go off of each note of the scale and build the chord. Now, it's going to be really important that you learn and memorize the notes of this scale as you play it. I've had students who want to learn music theory, but they don't want to learn the notes or learn how to read music. That's going to be a very difficult task to understand music theory at all if you can't read music or if you don't know your notes. Okay, so you're going to have to learn and memorize them, and then all this stuff will make a lot more sense. Okay, so let's learn the scale real quick. I'll play it for you all the way up and down, and then we'll go through it. Okay, so here's the scale. All right, so I'm starting on C. That's fret 3, string 5, middle finger. Next note, D, same string, fret 5, pinky finger. Now we're going to the 4th string. I'm going to play E, F, G. That was frets 2, 3, 5. Next string, A, B, C. So the frets on that one, string 3, 2, 4, 5. Next string, just 2 notes on this one. I have D and E. Okay, so that was fret 3 and fret 5. First string, we're going to play frets 1, 3, 5. So the notes on that, F, G, A. Okay, now let's go back to the root so we can hit all those lower notes. After we play up and back down to the root, I'm going to want to go back to fret 2. There I can get my B. And then on the 6th string, we're going to have frets 5, 3, 1. So the notes to that would be A, G, F. So that scale again, all the way through. All right, there it is. So we're gonna start right on the 1 chord, C major. Okay, the notes to this chord, we go up a 3rd from C, and then we go up a 3rd from that. Okay, so we have C, E, and G. That makes the chord. All right, so now let's learn this full chord all over this position here. So I'm starting with fret 3, string 5, C, pointer finger, fret 2, string 4, E, pinky finger, fret 5, string 4, G. I'm going to roll my pinky to the 3rd string, play fret 5 again, there's C again, and then I'm going to roll my pinky again to the 2nd string, still fret 5, that gives me E, middle finger goes to G, fret 3, string 1. Okay, so I would play up through that arpeggio. And if I have any notes that are below the root in that position, I'm going to include those as well. So I could roll my middle finger down to the 6th string and get G, and I could even play the 6th string open and get my E again. Okay, so the root of that chord, again, C, the 3rd of the chord, E, the 5th of the chord, G. All right, so there is the 1 chord in the key of C. All right, now I'm going to go to the 2nd note of the scale to build the 2 chord. Okay, so think back to the notes of the scale, C, and then D would be the 2 chord. Now, 2 chords are going to be minor. Any major key that you're doing this in, if you go to the 2nd note of the scale and build your chord, it's going to be minor. All right, so this will be D minor. The notes that make up this chord, the root is D, the 3rd is F, and the 5th is A. Okay, so let's play all of the D's, F's, and A's we can in that position. All right, so pinky finger, fret 5, string 5, D, middle finger, fret 3, string 4, F, pointer finger, fret 2, string 3, A, middle finger, fret 3, string 2, there's D again, pointer finger, fret 1, string 1, F, pinky finger, fret 5, string 1, A. Okay, so I would play up through that shape. And I'm gonna hit those lower notes again. I can get A, fret 5, and F, fret 1 on the 6th string. Okay, so that thing all the way through. All right, now we'll be going to the 3rd note of the scale and building a chord. So the 3rd note of C scale, C, D, E. All right, now on this one, I'm actually gonna start this one off my low E here. Okay, so the notes that make up the E chord, in this key it's going to be an E minor. We need E, the root, G is the 3rd, and B is the 5th of the chord. All right, so let's learn all the E's, G's, and B's in this position. All right, so I'm starting right on my 6th string open, go to my middle finger, fret 3, string 6, pointer finger, fret 2, string 5, then I'm going to go to the 4th string and play fret 2, there's E again, pinky finger goes to G on that same string, that's fret 5, ring finger goes to B, fret 4, string 3, pinky finger to E, that's fret 5, string 2, and middle finger, fret 3, string 1, G again. All right, so E, G, B, E, G, B, E, G. All right, so all the way through that one. Okay, now we would go to the 4th note of the scale. This is going to give us the 4 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, C, D, E, F. All right, so we need an F chord. 4 chords will be major in a major key. So let's break this chord apart real quick. F major is F for the root, A for the 3rd, and C for the 5th. Okay, so let's play all the Fs, As, and Cs in that position we can. Okay, so fret 1, string 6, F, same string, pinky finger, fret 5, A, middle finger, 5th string, 3rd fret, C, roll your middle finger to the 4th string, 3rd fret, there's F again, pointer finger, fret 2, string 3, A, pinky finger goes to fret 5 on that same string, there's C. Now we're going to skip a string, string 1, we're going to hit fret 1 and fret 5, that'll give us our F and A, okay? So let's play all of those. Alright, next one. We go to the 5 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a G. So this chord is going to be G major. 5 chords in a major key are major. Alright, so the 3 notes that make up the G major triad would be G, B, D, root, 3rd, 5th. Alright, so we're going to start with our middle finger on G, fret 3, string 6, pointer finger, B, fret 2, string 5, pinky finger, D, fret 5, string 5. Pinky finger, we're going to roll that to the 4th string, same fret. There's G again, ring finger, fret 4, string 3, there's B, middle finger, fret 3, string 2, there's D, and middle finger, let's roll that to the 1st string, and there's our last G, okay? So that one, up and down. All right, on to the 6th chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, C, D, E, F, G, A. All right, so we're going to be starting this chord off of an A. The 6th chord in any major key is going to be minor. So the notes to an A minor chord, A, C, E. Let's learn all those notes in that position. Starting with my pinky finger on fret 5, string 6, middle finger, fret 3, string 5, there's C, pointer finger, fret 2, string 4, there's E. I'm going to roll my pointer finger to the next string, so that's string 3, fret 2, there's A again, pinky finger, same string, over to fret 5, there's C, roll your pinky up a string, same fret, fret 5 gives you E, then roll that pinky again to get our high A, and that's going to be fret 5, string 1. Okay, so I play up that, and then when I get back down to the root, I'm even going to include my low E. All right, so all the way up and down. Okay, the last one here is the 7th chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Okay, the 7th chord in a major key is the diminished chord. This is kind of a tricky arpeggio to play because there's going to be some tritone leaps in this thing which make fingering kind of awkward, but we'll do our best and we'll learn all the notes and it'll be fun. Okay, so fret 2, string 5, B, same string, pinky finger goes to D, and then next string, fret 3, string 4 is F. Okay, so there are the 3 notes that make up this chord. 2, 5, 3 were the fret numbers. So the notes again, B, D, F. All right, let's learn all those in that position. Fret 2, string 5, B, fret 5, string 5, D, middle finger, fret 3, string 4, F, ring finger, fret 4, string 3, there's B again, middle finger, fret 3, string 2, D, pointer finger, fret 1, string 1, F. All right, so I'd play up through that shape. Back down. Okay, now we do have one more F that we can include in this thing, and it's a tritone lower than our root B. So this is an awkward one to get here, but it's fret 1, string 6, F. Okay, so here's that whole thing all the way through. Okay, and then to complete this exercise, let's go back to the 1 chord and play that again. All right, so there you have it. All 7 chords from the key of C major. Thank you very much for watching. Check out some of my other videos, and we will see you next time.